Hey mamas, it's Natasha here, and I'm about 4 months postpartum. So I wanted to make this video and kind of go over everything, my journey, how this season of life has been for me. Because honestly, this has been one of the most difficult times, but it's also been a really neat and beautiful experience as well. And so I wanted to go over, the physical, the emotional, and just the overall experience and kind of just give you a heads up for what you're about to go through. So if you're in the thick of it, just know you're not alone, and I promise you, you will make it out of it, and it gets way better. Okay, so let's start with the physical. So to be completely honest, the recovery took way longer than I thought it would. Right off the bat, I was trying to do everything. You just still feel like you need to get everything accomplished and do as much as you were doing beforehand. But now with the addition of a baby and taking care of them and learning and lack of sleep, and so I really overdid it. I got back into working out way too soon. I started lifting weights before I should have. And when my body was signaling to me to stop, I pushed through because I'm that gym girl that, no pain, no gain. So when I would kind of feel a little bit of discomfort, I figured, well, my body has to adjust. This is the new me. And I really should have listened. And now we have a little one and she likes to cry right when I make videos. All right, so that was obviously really difficult for me. The lack of sleep made everything else feel so much heavier. Just the day-to-day tasks seemed harder. I'll be right back, hold on. What are you doing? Stop holding my face, silly girl. Okay, so back to it. So, so I wasn't listening to myself. I didn't recognize myself in the mirror. My body didn't move, didn't feel like the same me. And so that was emotionally really hard for me. There was actually one day that I'd worked out earlier in the day, really pushed it too hard, and then I had this extremely sharp pain about in the evening time, and I fell to the floor because I was in so much pain, and that was really eye-opening for me. Emotionally, I was crying all the time. I would have these great days, and then all of a sudden something really small would happen. It would really set me off. And I'd be an emotional wreck, and thank goodness my husband was wonderful and he was able to help me move through that. Same with my mom. I really leaned on them too for the most support during that time, and they really made the biggest difference. So if my one biggest piece of advice to you is if you have a good support system, lean on them, your friends, your family. Like when they say that they'll watch her or take her for a little bit, use that, because you could use that time to either catch up on sleep, which you never really catch up on sleep, but get a little nap in, maybe do some laundry, some work stuff. It really, really makes a difference. So lean on your support system if you have them. If not, breathe, take it step by step, day by day. You will make it through it, because after you get through the infant newborn stage, the whole world opens up and they're so fun, especially when they start smiling at you. So you will make it through it. It will be okay, and just keep going. All right, so my biggest pieces of advice for anybody that is getting close to having the baby or already did, if you haven't yet, my first biggest piece of advice would be to prep more freezer meals that you can just throw in the crock pot, so you don't have to think too much about what to eat, because that is a hard part after you have a baby, is feeding yourself. My second piece of advice would be to definitely lean on your support system. And anybody that's willing to help, take them up on it. Next, what is your problem? Huh? Oh. Oh. Buy way more bibs than you think you need, because we're constantly going through bibs. And finally would be get some air, get some, go outside, get some fresh air. That's going to really help you kind of reset, regroup. So those are going to be my 4 top pieces of advice. And she agrees. Okay, so my 5 top used items in my first 5 months is going to be one of those big exercise balls. I tend to bounce her to sleep for naps during the day often, and it just makes it easier than standing and bouncing. Number 2 is going to be the baby Breeza. I don't use it for the formula and water to mix it. I just use it just for the water and scoop my own formula. Number 3 is going to be the piano mat. That was huge for tummy time, and we also now sit up. I sit behind her and we play the piano. That's fun for her. Number 4 is one of those incline bouncers. We tend to put her in there, if I'm hopping in the shower or while I'm cooking. It's really easy for me just to put her in there. And the last thing that I use the most, it's a rotating mobile. So we have it set up over her changing table out in the living room. So while I'm changing her, she's watching the little toys kind of spin around. So this is going to be my 5 top used items in the first 5 months, and I highly recommend them to any new mom or any mom that's going through it. So yeah, that's everything. We're in that stage of magic. It's fun. It's engaging. It's difficult. It's a life transition, but overall, just be patient with yourself. You're going to get through it. All of it's going to be totally worth it. And those moments when she smiles and giggles, it just, brightens my whole day. So I'm going to go tend to her and take care of her now. But thanks so much for watching. Post a comment and let me know where you are in your journey. And thanks for tuning in. Here we go.